So now you know that Ohioans are pretty good at spelling the word Ohio. Well, it's what we're known for. It's not the only thing we're known for. I mean, there's a lot of things about Ohio that make us interesting. There's 7 U.S. presidents, 24 astronauts, Thomas Edison, the Wright brothers, General Custer, General William Tecumseh Sherman, Tecumseh, Steven Spielberg, Paul Newman, Drew Carey, Annie Oakley, Jesse Owens. And that's not to mention the number of firsts and contributions that Ohio's made to arts, industry, and education. Of course, everybody knows it's the birthplace of aviation, the first airplane, but also the first police cars, the first ambulance service, the first traffic light, the first pedestrian push button for a traffic light, the first professional baseball team. There's the pop-top can, cash register, chewing gum, Teflon, the first hot dog. It's the home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The automobile self-starter and vulcanized rubber. Yeah, that's from Ohio. I mean, really, if people in this nation, or this country, and the world for that matter, gave us the respect, even half the respect that we deserved, I digress. My main point is that we're really good at spelling Ohio. And in this next clip, we're going to look at the ultimate spectacle of Ohio spelling. And by that I mean the Ohio State Marching Band doing the formation called Script Ohio. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That was incredible. And what's incredible about it is that it's able to pluck every emotional heartstring at once. You want to laugh, you want to cry, you want to burst with pride, and you want to stomp the guts out of a Michigan Wolverine. And did you see that part at the very end, the grand finale? That's the part where the drum major leads the tuba player out onto the field to dot the I. Believe me, every kid in the state of Ohio grows up wanting to be this guy. You don't believe me? Let's go to the videotape.
Now, I think the highlight today very clearly will not be what happens during the football game, right? It's going to be what happens at halftime when the greatest band tradition in history,
that's right,
Script Ohio, unfolds as always at an Ohio State home game, and Jack Nicklaus joins a very exclusive club. People other than sousaphone players of the Ohio State band to dot the I. Bob Hope, Woody Hayes, and now Ohio native and former Buckeye golfer Jack Nicklaus. He couldn't be prouder. He could not be prouder.
Serious.
To be included in that group of those two guys is pretty special. And to go out in front of 105,000 people in a national television audience and say, you know, it's going to be a fun weekend.
No, it sure is. It's hard to describe, I think, for non-Buckeye natives what the excitement must be for Jack Nicklaus as he steps out there. He's going to be part of an Ohio State band that truly has to be one of the best in the land. It began as a 12-piece all-male band back in 1878. The ROTC folks got together. That predates the football team. But since 1976, membership has been limited to 225. You better believe the spots in the band are just as coveted as the spots on the football team. So let's go behind the scenes. You think the band has a countdown clock until they get to perform against Michigan? They practice, what, as hard or harder than the football team?
Let me just put this in priority for you so you understand. The team obviously is important. There's Woody Hayes. Then there's the band. Then there's Archie Griffin. And then so on and so on. Eddie George falls in underneath. I mean, the band is sacred in Columbus. So
Still don't believe me? Well, let's check out this clip. This is one of the band making its entrance to the football stadium. And remember, this is just the band. The football game hasn't even started yet.
One of the great ones in college football, Script Ohio and Jack Nicklaus.
And finally, to close out this segment, I'm going to show one last clip to demonstrate that, yes, sometimes things can go wrong, but when they do, it can still be so right. Like in this example where the cameraman gets a little too close to the action.
Sleep. I was so much